Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper, and it is Tuesday night's edition of Come Stamp Along with Me. So if you are on, give me a shout out, a like or a love. Say hey. I'm going to share this over on the other video while you guys hop on. Okay, here we go. There we go. Hello, Valerie. Hi, Emmy. Hey, Karen. How are you lovely ladies this evening? Someone else is on. They're just not talking to us. Long time no see. I know, it feels like forever, right? What, Thursday morning, right? That's the last time I was on. Oh my goodness, that is a long time. That is a long time. That's 5 days, goodness. Cold, you're cold. I know, I had to turn the gas fireplace in my studio on today. Oh, thank you, Emmy. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was sitting in our living room this morning upstairs, just sitting there eating and looking out, and it just looked like a really cold, raw, windy day out there. I don't know if it was. I didn't stick my nose outside, but but I can usually tell when I come down to the studio if it's cold out, because it's really cold down here then. So, oh my goodness, my goodness. All right, well, let's get started as other folks are coming on. Thank you to those of you that have shopped the BOGO sale. If you haven't gotten your goodies yet, they're on their way, and the Stampin' Elf did throw a few extra little things in there for you. Some pieces and parts that I had that I thought you might enjoy. So they are in your bags or boxes as well. And I am continuing the sale until tomorrow night. It's going pretty well. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I didn't get rid of as much as I had hoped. I don't know that I'm going to be able to eliminate any boxes, unfortunately, and get any storage space back, but we're doing okay from a sales perspective. But I did decide, just because I got a lot of sales late in the sale, like Sunday night and then some Monday, I got some people reached out to me. So I decided to keep it going until tomorrow night. I'll probably shut it down around 6 or 8. Hi, Connie. 6 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you haven't shopped and you still want to, there's plenty of time. It's even more important now that when you have done your window shopping and commented sold, that you send me your list, because even though I'm trying to keep up with it and delete the pictures of the things that are gone, for some reason, there's a couple pictures out there that I cannot delete. I've tried under my personal profile and my business profile, and it will not let me delete them. So there may be some things that you comment on that are already gone, and I'll need to get back to you and let you know that, okay? But I'm trying my hardest to keep that cleaned up for you. So yeah, so you have until tomorrow night. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you. Hi, Ashley. He hid the credit card from you. Oh no, 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 no. That's never good. I had a friend, I will never forget this, and she probably told me this story, oh my God, 25 years ago, but I will never forget it. Her husband got up in the middle of the night one night when she was sleeping and cut up her credit cards. He would have been a dead man if he were my husband. But I guess he liked to live on the edge. I don't know. So yes, no, husbands should not cut up credit cards. So yeah, so if you haven't shopped, please do so if you want to, and if you have shopped, you know, you can always come back and shop again, right? There's still lots and lots of great stuff out there. All right, so there's that. Just you know, we're getting down to the end of October, and these are the just cards this month, and some of you have already earned these, so thank you very much. But if you are interested in these cards, you definitely want to give me or put an online order in for a minimum of $25, right? $25 in product, then plus the shipping and handling, and you will earn the just card kits. And I'm hoping to have them done early in the first week of November. And remember, there, if you're local to me, there is an in-person class opportunity. So I'll put a reminder out about that as well, and you can let me know if you're interested in that. And then these were the cards that we did on Thursday during Coffee and Cards. And the winner of these is Betty Ling. And I don't know if I saw Betty hop on yet tonight or not. And I apologize if you did, Betty, and I missed you. But you are the winner of these. So I will actually include these when we send you just cards, if that's all right with you, since that will be next week. But yeah, this was with the watercolor shapes stamps that we were playing with. And that's how we created the geometric background and the circle and oval. And then we just put the color in behind the greeting on that one with them. So those are Betty's. Okay, let's see. Anything else? This is Tuesday. We'll be back Thursday morning with Coffee and Cards at 10 o'clock, our normal time. So be sure you tune in then. And then Sunday night, I'm hijacking Come Stamp Along with Me again. And I'm doing a product premiere for you. So we have a new product, several products that you are going to have the opportunity to order before the January catalog goes live. So these will be available to you in November, and there's a few of them that are only available while supplies last, and you're going to want those, I can tell you. So make sure you tune in Sunday night at 8 for that, and we'll do a product premiere for Eden's Garden is the name of the suite. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's get started. So tonight's fun folds, because I was originally planning these for our Come Stamp Along, and you know I usually do fun folds, and I realized I didn't put the measurements, the cardstock measurements and stuff out there. So let me know if you want them after you see the projects, and if you do, I'll try to get them typed up sometime in the next 2 or 3 days. I have a huge team meeting on Friday night. It's a team meeting and our Halloween fun night, so I'm trying to get everything together for that as well. Plus wrap up the BOGO sale. And I have a huge event on Monday night. So trying to get ready for that and trying to figure out how to do one card for 20 some people all at the same time. That's going to be fun. But fortunately, I have a team member coming along to help me. So I'm really excited about that. It's a great opportunity to introduce some more friends to the things that we love, which is stamping, right? Okay, let's do it. So here is our first project. I have been wanting to play with this leaf paper forever now, and I'm like, okay, fall, it is the end of October. Fall is going to be over before I blink, and I got to play with it, man. So here we are, and we're using Rich Razzleberry, which is not a color that I reach for often, but it is a great fall color, don't you think? And then I use some of our black and white gingham checked ribbon. And this, if you can see this on camera, this has the bark embossing folder textured onto it. So, and then the stitched rectangles there. So who knows where that paper came from? Anybody know where that paper came from? And in case you're wondering, the happy birthday on here came from the Artistically Inked stamp set. That's a really good one. And then on the inside of the card, may your birthday be memorable. That one came out of Timeless Tropical, which has been around for a while, right? And I don't play with this as much as I should, but it has a die set that coordinates with it as well. So that's where the inside greeting came from. This is called a barn door fold. Like how we have those half doors usually in horses stalls. So this paper, so nobody responded, so I'm going to assume that means nobody knows where that paper came from. This paper came out of the Pattern Party Designer Series paper pack, which is the 48 sheet pack of paper that you can earn as a hostess. Okay, so $150. I think the pack itself is $18. So you would get the 48 sheets for $3. Plus the shipping and tax on 3, which is like what, $348 or something like that. If you bumped it up, if you had like a $200 or $180 or more party, then you would get the paper pack for free if that was your selection for your host rewards. But it's 48 sheets. You get 12 different patterns, 4 sheets of each. And this side is black and white, which we're going to add the color with the blending brushes. And then the other side is colored patterns. Hi, Sheila. So this is a really fun pack of paper, and that's a lot of paper. So you get to play with a lot of different patterns. Hello, Carol. A lot of different patterns, and you have a lot, 4 full sheets, so you can do multiples. And that, I always love that. As a demonstrator, that's important to us because so often we're creating for classes or events, and we need to have that multiple opportunity with the different amounts of paper. Okay, hey, thank you so much for sharing, guys. Hi, Nancy. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. If you're just hopping on, I was telling these ladies I am continuing the BOGO sale until tomorrow night. So if you haven't shopped, or maybe you want to come back and shop again, that's perfectly awesome and welcome. You still have time to do that, okay? There's still lots and lots of good stuff out there. So as I said, this is Rich Razzleberry. This is our card base, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, we're going to take that paper trimmer again, and we are going to line this up at 2 1/8, which is exactly half of our no, it's not. Yes, it is. 2 1/8 is a half of 4 1/4. Oh, too much math for the last few days. It was definitely a multi-step process, but I learned a couple of things since this was my first BOGO sale. But really it's gone rather well. So I'm happy about that. So then you can see this is going to be our card front, right? So this piece we want to keep. This piece we're just going to trim off with our snips. Hey, Carol, how are you? Good to see ya. Okay, why can I cut through that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so there we have our base all ready. We're going to run this front flap through the bark embossing folder, right? This is a 3D folder, and you just want to make sure that you put your paper in here, whichever orientation. If I want my bark to run lengthwise, then I'm going to lay it in here like this. If I want it to go up and down, which is the way I want it to go, then I'm going to lay it in like this. So always be conscious of that. I think we did something, maybe we used this on Thursday too, because I feel like I'm having deja vu telling you that. Hey, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Am I interrupting your dinner, Carol? And I'm going to probably mispronounce your name, Peter Haas. Is that how you say your last name, Carol? So there we have our bark done. And this is going to be our inside layer. But let's go ahead and do one last step, and we're going to cut this into its sizing for the 3. Now the trick here too is I want to keep, hi Thelma. Oh, kids are eating their supper. Good. I want to keep these in order because I don't know if you can see it. I feel like my lighting's really, I'm getting a new light for Christmas. My brother got it for me, so I'm excited about that. We do our shopping together, and instead of forcing the other one to go back when we see something we like, the other one just buys it for them and wraps it up. I know it's a little crazy. The leaf continues, right? So the pattern needs to stay in its orientation so that you can have that continuous pattern running across there. So we are going to cut this, and then we will do our blending brushes on it. And this is 1 3/4. And then the squares are 1 5/8 wide. So let me get that lined up. Yeah, I love these leaves. Love, love, love them. Can't remember my own lesson. So again, this is my order. You can see how the leaves are going to line up. I want to keep them in that order. A little bit like triple time stamping, right? And then let's grab some of our blending brushes. I have one that I didn't label yet. I have no idea what color it is. It's got all kinds of funky colors going on it. I'm not really sure what that is. So let's see. I need things falling around over here. There's a purple and a yellow. And I'm going to use the yellow with the orange as well. So let's see what we got here before I start. Okay. So the colors that I'm using are crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and of course, the rich raspberry. Let's start with the yellow. Thank you, Thelma. And I always start with a light hand because you can always go back and add more, but you can't take it away, right? And I did say this already, but the one side of all those paper designs in that party pattern pack, ooh, there's a tongue twister for you, are black and white on one side. So you could color whatever the pattern is. You love the card. Oh, on YouTube, the Peaceful Cabin. Thank you. Yeah, I was really tickled with the way that one came out too. Sometimes it takes me hours to design a card, and other times it just kind of flows. And that one was one that kind of flowed. I wasn't sure about the snowflakes on that one. I had to play with that first to see actually what they were going to do. And I was really tickled with the way they came out. So now we're going to do pumpkin pie. So yeah, if you haven't watched my YouTube video, go check it out, guys. I'll post the link on this page and on my VIP group later this evening, maybe this evening or tomorrow morning. I've committed myself to a lot after this live. I'm actually supposed to be in a Stampin' Up event, but I said, sorry, my people are more important to me. I'm going to go hang out with them. Hang out with my peeps. All right, and then this is our rich raspberry. I need an assistant. I am very blessed that I do have a couple team members who help me. As a matter of fact, they were both here with me Friday night when the sale kicked off, and they were validating orders and pulling orders and all that for me too. But yeah, I am very blessed. This one I want to be a little deeper, so I'm gonna add some additional color to it. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Now let's make sure I have no color on my fingers. My computer is doing really strange things tonight. And I'm really hoping, oh, there we go. Well, they do. They have admin access on the group, on the BOGO group. Yep, they already do. Actually, I had quite a few admins on there because when we were trying to set it up, there was all kinds of technical things happening that because of the outage that Monday before I started the group, yeah, they changed a whole bunch of stuff. So I had one of our tech people put her in as an admin too, so she could help me figure out some of the things that were going on. So now when we come back with our squares, we just have to make sure, again, that we're getting them lined up so that pattern is continuous across there. Ooh, I didn't pull out, good heavens, we've done all that and I haven't even pulled my seal out yet. But yeah, one of them helps me with mailings when I have mailings to do, and so it's a It is a huge blessing in my life. As I said, another one of my team members is going to with that big event with me on Monday night. So it's always fun to hang out with my team. And we have our team meeting Friday night. So I'll get to spend lots of time with my team this week. There we go. So just like that, evenly spaced across there. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp that greeting. Again, that was from Timeless Tropical. And I have a couple of long distance team members too. So we stay in touch via Zoom. We do every other month, we do a Zoom team meeting. So it is always an option, and we would welcome you with open arms if you ever think you want to give it a try. It is not scary, and there is no commitment. If you don't like it, you can always go back to being a happy shopper. All right, so look at this. This just makes it pop, I think. There we have that. Now I did go ahead and use the stitched rectangles so that we can just move right along with our greeting on the card front. Okay, we're going to do that in Rich Razzleberry as well. And again, that was from the Artistically Inked. I always start out trying to get it onto the right side, but I am not averse to flipping it over if I have to. Oh, that looks pretty good. We'll take that. I like that because it's nice and bold, so it goes very well with the bold leaves up there, right? This I did put on with dimensionals, so let's grab some of those. Oh boy. I have to dig out some more large dimensionals. I'm going to put 3 across there. It just flung. Hey, Deb, good to see you. Well, you know, Deb, I'm in Gettysburg every third Friday. Or is it third Friday? Yes, third Friday. I have a group down there. We'd love to have you visit us. So we're just going to mount that. Then we're going to bring in our gingham. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, Connie. We're going to bring in our gingham ribbon. Did I really do this? Oh boy, I really did this, guys. I tied a bow right onto the card. What was I thinking? No, this is not my. This is where I really waste a lot of ribbon because I give myself a lot of extra on the end. Oh yeah, see, that did not go well. Let's try that one more time. I never do this. Sometimes I forget I'm going to be doing it right in front of you. Hey, Betty, welcome, welcome. Betty, you were the winner of the cards from Thursday. So if it's okay, I'll pop them in with your just cards this month. All right, there, now we can play with it. Now we can play with it and get it the way we want it. Why I felt the need to wind that back up, I don't know. That must have been my, like, where's my tail? There it is. So we're just going to tweak this a little bit. Didn't come out too bad, actually. Try to get it centered, and then we'll trim it down. There we go. There is project number 1. What do you think? You hate it every second of it. Yeah, bow tying. If I had to pick, I want to make sure this is a true statement. I was going to say, if I had to pick of all the things I do stamping wise that I disliked the most, it would probably be bow tying on a card. I don't mind, like I can sit in front of the TV and tie what I call the air bows, you know, forever. But tying them on a card, man, drives me crazy. Oh, I see some hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way and we'll go to project number 2. I always love how my husband disappears from the room when I start a live. So don't forget, like, comment, love, share the video, and you'll be entered into the drawing to win the cards. All right, so I have been seeing this double point card for a while now, but it's always been a 6x6, and then we have to make our own envelopes, right? Fussy cutting, oh, it's not for you. No, my mother, that's my mother's favorite thing to do. Hey, Carol, how are you? I hope you're home. So anyway, this is now, I got it down to a 5 1/4 by 4. And it was actually more easier than I thought it was going to be trying to figure that out. But I just love this effect, this double point or triple point almost, you could call it, right? And so I did a Christmas card with the painted Christmas designer series paper. And then this cute little piece of holly, which I think is so pretty. And it is fussy cut, Dawn, now that you mentioned it. Comes from Happy Holidays. And we haven't really played with Happy Holidays yet, right? So we'll put that on the list for an upcoming something, whether it's another card on a Sunday night or a coffee and cards or something like that. But yeah, and this actually is much easier than it looks. So it's one of those that will be easy. And then all I did on the inside is I did a little bit of the Stitch So Sweetly dies and stamped my greeting in there because I wanted to stay within the, I didn't want it to come out that you'd see the greeting behind the overlap, right? So you keep your name real close to there. All right, so let's make this. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Good, good, good. So again, 4 1/4 by 11. That seemed to me my theme tonight, right? Normally I'm doing 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. This night's 4 1/4 by 11. And we are going to, and you are probably going to see the top of my head, guys, because I'm having, oh, good. Oh, bless your heart. Well, I'll keep you in my prayers. So I am going to, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to do a pencil mark or if I want to try to score it. What we need to do is mark the center of this, right? And again, we're going to go back to our 2 1/8. There's definitely a theme here tonight, right? So let's do this. Let's do both to give me the best shot of being able to see this, right? Just putting a small score line there. And then actually I'm going to leave that down. And I'm going to come in with a mechanical pencil down through that track. So I should be in the exact same location, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to line the pencil mark up with the score line, the 5 1/2 inch score line. Get those both pieces in the track, and we're going to cut. So we have that piece. You can see where that piece goes, right? Then we're just going to twist this so that this piece, this mark down here that we created, stays in the track, and the score line up here is in the track as well. So the 5 1/2 inch mark again. And now we have our second triangle. And we did pretty good. We'll see. Normally I'd put my head right over that. Right over that. All right, now why did I put that away? Because we have to do the same thing with this. This is 4 inches wide. So we are going to mark this at 2 inches. And I do recommend, if you're going to recreate this card, that you have a pattern of DSP that is has no orientation, right? This pattern can go any direction. And we're going to line the point up, which is a little bit easier to see. It's light colored, first of all, and it's not just a fold. In the track, along with the 2-inch pencil mark, and we're going to cut, and we're going to flip that around and do the same thing this way. So you're just repeating what you did on the card front, but just 1/8 of an inch, since this is only 4 inches wide, an 1/8 of an inch difference. All right. So we have our 4 or 5 pieces, right? This, of course, is our centerpiece. So it's going to go right on our card base. And I'm going to grab one of our silicone pads if I have one nearby. Oh dear, I must have them out and about. Nope, wait, I think I found one. I did. So we're going to, and I liked both sides, but I think I liked the lighter green. Well, I don't know. Should we do one this side up? Use the opposite. Can I do that before I? Yes, I can do that, right? No, I don't think I can do that. We're going to just do it this way. My brain can't handle it tonight. I'm sure I can, but it's just not, it's not going there. Come here. All right, so there is the centerpiece. And then we're going to take our pieces that we cut. And this is going to go on this one. And this is going to go on this one. Yeah, sorry, guys. I chickened out at the last minute. So really your card base, again, is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then you mark it at 2 1/8 on the front flap and cut your triangles from the front. And your DSP is 4 inches wide. And then you just do the same thing, right? You cut that. Let's go ahead and put our light holly in there. And then we're going to go ahead and get our orientation. So we're going right to the card edge and the card base with the points of our, and we're keeping this going right up into that corner. So just like that. And then the same thing over here. So get your point positioned first, if that makes it easier for you, and then line up with the edges so that you're not extending beyond. And that will make sure that you don't have a problem getting it into the envelope. Now to do this, and I know you probably can't see in here, these are both on dimensionals, these two pieces. So let me see what I have in here as far as larger dimensionals. Okay, we're going to work with pieces and parts, I think. Oh, nope, I found some. Yay. Okay, so let's do that part first. Now we want to make sure that we don't put dimensionals on this part, right? Because then we'll seal it closed. So we're just going to start from about there up. Okay, so like right here. And then I'm going to make sure before I press that too hard. Yes, we're perfectly good there. And there. And I'm actually going to put one pretty close. Here, I'm going to grab one of the little ones and just do one there. Okay. And then this is going to go like that. We're going to do the same thing with this one. So this card has some thickness up in this area, just so you know. It still fits into a regular size envelope. It's not a problem. Let's double check ourselves on this one. And I think we're fine there too. Yep, we are. All good. And then we're going to grab this one. Go ahead and get these mounted. Where is my take your pick tool? Big ones aren't too bad. It's those little ones that get me every time. It also doesn't help that I have my nails painted because there's extra layers there that. So let's go ahead and get this position. I never press it down until I'm sure I'm where I want to be, right? Because you can definitely get seal off. Most times you can get your dimensionals off, but sometimes they're like, oh no, no, you said you wanted me here. I'm staying right here. Even when you really didn't necessarily want it there. So same thing, get my corner going, which allows me to line up my bottom points where I want them. That looks really good too. So there we go. So that's how you put that together. Okay. I do have my rectangle for the inside. And that says a joyful Christmas to you. And that did not come out of Happy Holidays. It came out of the one that has the cheer stamp set. And I stole my real red ink. So let me go grab that. I have way too many kits packed right now. The good news is I have about 5 real red ink pads from different events that I needed to have multiples for. So there's always one usually within arm's reach. Okay. This we're going to mount flat, of course, because it's on the inside of the card. Make sure you're centered. Just eyeball it so that, again, it's hidden behind your panels. And then we're going to create our greeting. Cheers from our home to yours. Oops. That's out of that same stamp set. Oh, why can't I remember the name of that? And I did cut the holly. I did color and cut out the holly from the Happy Holidays so that you didn't have to sit here. You already had to sit here and watch me tie a bow. Got Dawn's crew on, don't we? All right. And these were done with the layering circles. Or if you have the circle dies, you can cheat and use those. I'm going to pull my silicone pad in to put my adhesive on the back of this. This is really pretty holly. Do you believe I used absolutely no bling on these cards? I had ribbon on the other one, but no bling on this one. You could add some little real red rhinestones here if you wanted. I, believe it or not, did not put this on with dimensionals simply because this is already raised so much, but I am going to put my adhesive on here, so I'm sure to keep it in the confines of my angles there. And there we go. Just like that. So like I said, I have been looking at that point card forever, but it was a 6x6, and I really like keeping it in the 5 1/4 by 4 family, because then we don't have to have any kind of special envelopes or make envelopes. So those are our 2 projects for tonight, guys. One a Christmas, one a fall, but a birthday card, which could be masculine or feminine. Yeah, I'm feeling okay, Emmy. Oh my goodness. So hopefully you liked them. I enjoyed spending the evening with you. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Don't forget to pop back and visit me on Thursday morning at 10 for coffee and cards. And then we'll do our premiere, our product premiere on Sunday night. So that will be fun. And until then, stay well, stay safe, and thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.